Quick, Gus. Give me a controversial opinion. Go.
You look pretty.
Thank you. Wait a second.
You're a approachable person. You're nice. The Minnesota sports teams are the best in the country.
Well, that one's just true. That one's just true.
I don't think even Minnesotans believe that in their heart of hearts. They hear other like Minnesotans hear other Minnesotan fans and they're like, "Oh, bless your heart," or I can't do a fucking.
At least Twins fans have something to cheer about. No other team in Minnesota does. But
baseball's a dying art.
You're right. But you know what? This isn't about Minnesota. This is about Alabama. Our home state. Alabama.
My home state.
I live here. Alabama. We rank last in most all things. But hey, we're not Mississippi.
I think actually Mississippi ranks above us in most
in
metrics.
Some things.
In most metrics.
Some things. Not in education.
No, I think it.
No, I think we were 49th and they were 50th.
I'm gonna look. I think we re-looked that up. I'm fairly certain that
Did they beat us? Did they pass us? Because we would have been ahead of them for a minute.
Let's look.
We were definitely ahead of them in high school. Because I got a lot of shit for that when I originally went to Millsaps College.
Oh, you know what?
What?
It is still Mississippi.
Are we 49th?
We are 46th.
Look at that. We're moving up.
45th in educational attainment and 41st in education quality, which is, that sounds about right.
I think this is a win for Alabama. I think it is. Yeah. We're moving up.
Yeah, it's just a interesting state to be in for sure.
It really is, because if you're not in one of 4 cities in our state, you might as well be on a farm somewhere.
Wow, that's like...
And, well, I mean, I know that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but there is some truth to that. A little bit. If you go from basically everything from Montgomery to Mobile, you hit Auburn, kind of. But that's mostly just farms.
Well, you get to the coast, it's also shipping yards.
You're right.
It's variety.
It's a little bit of variety. There's an ocean down there. There's some water.
Well, I mean, not since BP. Not as much.
You're
but,
right.
I mean...
They got possibly toxic crabs. We don't know.
Well, pretty toxic. If they come out, black as asphalt. I mean, they're probably not safe.
They said they were a special charcoal crab when I went.
Oh, like the special helmet your mom made you wear when you were a kid?
Yes.
That special bus.
That was a secret, Gus. They weren't supposed to know this.
I mean, it was bright neon pink. I don't think how secret that's supposed to be.
It was secret to me.
I don't know.
Also, remember, if we say any dumb shit, remember our fucking education rank. That should explain a lot of things we've said.
Yeah, just about. But speaking of the state of Alabama, there are some bright spots, like what our topics of conversation are today. I had Trunk Music 3 by Yelawolf, and you had Big Fish, directed by Tim Burton.
Oh, yeah. And, since we started with, how low we are in education, let's start with my boy Yelawolf. I'll just go ahead and say something real quick. Personally, I really do like Yelawolf. I'm not going to go out and say he's the greatest rapper ever, because he's not. And while I love him, I understand what his limits are. And to sum it up pretty shortly, and I think Gus agrees with this, Yelawolf, as dear to my heart as he is, he's a hick from Gadsden who got lucky and is now a millionaire. And I think he understands that, which is why one of the reasons I love him so much. Because he doesn't seem pretentious. He seems like a pretty chill guy. I think he knows he's just in this for the adventure. He's not out there trying to claim he's the greatest. He's just kind of hanging out with his money up in Nashville or Gadsden or down Florida, wherever he just kind of is at the time. And he seems like he's pretty honest with himself. So I can't fault him for that.
No, I mean, and M thought he had potential. That's I think he released 5 of his albums were released under Shady Records, which is a substantial amount.
Oh yeah.
But then again, I guess maybe like that, because his earlier stuff was like country hip hop. I think was like the moniker.
Yeah.
And that was definitely not a demographic that Eminem was going to hit anytime soon.
Nope.
So yeah, I might as well pass it off to the kid from Bama. And yeah, I think that some of his tracks are like I do like some of his music. This album for me was kind of a mixed bag, because there are tracks like TM3 or like We Slum or No Such Thing as Free that I dig. And there are others though like Special Kind of Bad and Like I Love You that are just kind of meh. So like yeah, I think I like some of the touches. Like I liked sort of like the synth piano he adds to TM3 or like the sort of operatic set of vocals he adds to I think it's We Slum or maybe it might have been Boy Chevy 6. But some lyrical content like I Love You, like I'm not gonna list the chorus stuff for fear of copyright, but you can look up the chorus. It's not a thing to write home about. It's not like Soulja Boy featurette bad, but it's pretty uninspiring.
I mean, personally, some of my favorites off this are Catfish Billy 2. I think that's just a fun song. He did a really good live version of that on some like offshoot of MTV like a few years back.
MTV2?
I think it was like a station owned by MTV, but it wasn't like an MTV name. Their logo was there somewhere, but it wasn't like their station.
Oh, MCCTV?
I don't know. But he did a really good version of that live. That was fun. Rowdy's a fun song.
Yeah, with Texas native Machine Gun Kelly?
Yes. It took me a long time to realize that was Machine Gun Kelly, and I feel bad for that. He just sounded like your average white guy. I never put that together.
Yeah.
Well, Spotify doesn't list MGK in the credits of that song.
It doesn't. After after last week, man, they could call him Freeze Gun Kelly.
Oh. I don't get it.
Because Texas froze like a popsicle.
Is he from Texas?
He's from Houston.
Oh.
No, wait, no, he's not. He's from Cleveland. My dumbass. I think his label is from Houston.
He is from Cleveland. He's like the only guy who reps Cleveland willingly.
Yeah,
Him and LeBron. And LeBron kind of more reps
Akron. No, you know what? No, sorry. He was born in Houston, Texas, but he was raised in Cleveland. Like
how Bessemer tries to claim Gucci Mane when he was just born there and he was raised in Atlanta.
Yeah. So I think probably what it was. I looked up his Wikipedia article probably back in the day, and I saw born raised Houston, Texas. I just assumed that's where he grew up. But side note, I don't listen to any Machine Gun Kelly music until recently, as you can tell, because every fucking track is like, yeah, I'm from Cleveland. LeBron, bitch.
Have you heard his new pop punk songs? They're not good.
Oh, Megan Fox seems to like him, and I guess that's enough for some people.
Yeah, no, I can't really argue that.
Yeah.
He's got Megan Fox.
Yeah.
And my roommate's a hamster, so I'll tell you.
That's fucking disgusting, Russ.
We're gonna not say a name here. No, there's a coworker we have that keeps saying like, "Oh, your hamster's my best friend." I'm like, that's just bestiality, buddy. I don't understand what the joke here is. Like, that's just a crime.
Hey, this is Alabama, all right? That bestiality shit. Okay, you go to Georgia or you go to Florida for that. All right, here it's cousins. Okay, that's our line. That's our limit. Don't
here
cross
it's cousins, second or third. We don't do first. That's Mississippi. They have that one.
We do first. I mean, they may have co-opted it, but we were born into it, molded by it.
I really like how we're both making jokes right now, but one very quick Google search could just ruin our state immediately.
What's that, like rate of incest?
Yeah. That one's not a joke. That one, if you just Google that our state is pretty high on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. It's like, like we're like Targaryens or some shit. You know, you gotta keep the blood pure, man.
And then there was like a Reddit meme of like, it was like two cousins had gotten married, and it was like the second cousin they got married, and there were a bunch of jokes in the comments like, it's like, so now they speak in Alabama, and someone like reverse image searched the entire thing. The cousins actually were from Alabama.
Yeah, this doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, that was like the top page of Reddit for a minute. That was what a state we live in. Yeah. But back to the good things.
Yeah, that's Yelawolf's demographic right there that he's hidden.
Probably, but I do like the guy. I wouldn't call him bad per se. Like, he's definitely not a rapper I'm gonna like make fun of like I would like.
He's not Soulja Boy.
He's not Soulja Boy. He's not like 6ix9ine. He's not like Riff Raff.
Well, I'll say the thing is I think that he. And but I think also he's pretty. I think at least very least he's uncontroversial as an artist. I mean Morgan Wallen is more controversial as an artist than Yelawolf is, and even yes, most of like the notable ones 6ix9ine. There's kind of off the track they're just like such disastrous people. That maybe it's probably for the best. Like if this is the trade off, we have like a decent guy makes decent music.
It seems like he puts like effort into his music. Like he's not just like pumping shit out. Like he seems like it's not always the best that puts out, but he's making a genuine effort, and he seems to really enjoy what he's doing, and he's having a fucking blast just doing whatever he does. So I can't fault him for that.
No, I can't. It's like again, it's just there's not like a large selection,
and then especially if you know the era he grew up in. Yeah, this is about what you expect.
Yeah, there's not like considering we're restricting ourselves to our state.
Yes.
It's tough to find. I mean, there are notable acts like Alabama Shakes, but
St. Paul and Broken Bones.
Yeah, but for this genre, it's tough to find. Like outside Gucci Mane, who even then he doesn't really claim Bessemer anyway. It's
he
tough.
did do a song with Yelawolf though.
Yeah, he did.
They did. That was a fun song, but. It's one of those. Gucci Mane's one of those things where like Bessemer tries to claim him, but then he'll openly say, "No, I'm claiming Atlanta because I was raised there."
I mean, everyone would claim Atlanta.
Yeah.
Anybody it's clearly the better city.
I don't know, Bessemer, Atlanta. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, but
we're sorry, Bessemer, kind of.
Okay.
You did.
But to kind of roll on to the first thing, controversial opinion. The other film, the film that we had discussed is Big Fish.
Yes.
Tim Burton classic. Many people love this film. You are not one of them.
Well, let me clarify it. I think it's a good film. I just don't think that it translates as well as it could have into film.
Cool, so your opinion's invalid. No, good,
yeah. I do like the story. I think it was a very sweet story. I think it was well acted. It just seems like parts of it, it felt like the flow didn't go as smoothly as that could have been, and I don't understand. I guess I don't quite know why I think that, but I just feel like it given smoother, more attention grabbing at times.
I think it might have been maybe just I don't know. Would have made it go faster. I mean, maybe the fact like some of the things didn't quite maybe the war thing they could have taken out, maybe just because it didn't really. That
didn't really add much to the story.
No, like it was there was like the one nice little gag where like they like it's kind of like I think I don't know if it's a callback, but it reminded me of that scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark where there are these two soldiers. They're doing that whole like kung fu routine, and then Ian McGregor pulls out some night vision goggles. He just turns off the light, just kicks the shit out of them in the dark. And I was going outside of that. There was nothing really else there that I could see as important to plot. So you could take it in that out. You could take it in a few things. But I think overall with Burton, he really likes his imagery and his cinematography and all that.
He does.
Everything so much that.
The world building was very good. I'll absolutely give him that. The world building was great. They did a great job filming the entire thing. They had interesting set pieces. I guess it was just like the start and stop nature of like the flashbacks and then back to like current day. I guess that's kind of what fucked me up a little bit.
Yeah, I can see that. I think that it's like that. I mean, also maybe the tonal shifts has something to do with it because there's a large variety. Like, I'm trying to think here. Obviously, there's a romance. There's a little bit of war. There's a little bit of like crime drama because with Steve Buscemi's character because like he tries to rob a bank, but there's like no money in the bank
because of Wall Street, and then it becomes a bank. It becomes a Wall Street.
No, it's because it's I don't think
real estate had emptied out, is what they said.
Yeah,
there was like a real estate panic, and like the money was gone, and then he was like, "I'm gonna go to Wall Street. It's where the money is."
It's where he was a Wall Street broker,
and then gives him $10,000, buys a house. Big old thing.
Yeah, what is it? $10,000 to buy a house? It's just so archaic.
Yeah. And the upsetting thing is there was once time where we could do that.
The 1950s, yeah.
And now it's like $300,000. I'm not getting a house.
That's like floor level.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like I've also like this is kind of like sort of the thing with Tim Burton is he's so like this is him reined in kind of because like we've seen Burton when he goes
yeah, it's fun though.
It is fun, but it's not really doesn't make for good like the film prior to this he did the Planet of the Apes remake.
Yes,
I thought was him having way too much like what's the word too long of a leash with the studio system. I think actually I don't like I know people don't want like studios impeding artistic vision.
Yeah.
But I think with some directors, there's a thing where like you find a sweet spot. Like Batman, the first one, great example of like they allowed Burton to do his thing, but they kind of still reined it in when need be. Batman Returns went way too fucking off the deep end and had all this dumb shit like Penguin being some like having like there was the flesh eating penguins or whatever, something like that. And then Michelle Pfeiffer dropping like 30 stories and being and waking up as Catwoman.
They let him just be himself way too much there.
Yeah, and of course. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the remake, that's another one where he kind of went willow over.
I still enjoy that one though. I enjoy it more for the insanity of the entire thing. So, because it's bad shit insane.
It is bad shit insane. I don't even.
Is Tim Burton okay?
Well, no.
Should we check on him?
Nah, no one cares.
Should we get someone to call him? We can get that.
It's like I said. It all goes back to the fact his dad his dog died when he was a kid.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was the chain of events that started this entire thing. I forgot that. That was a callback. Yeah,
and then, but this one actually, though, I think, I will say this, though.
Yes.
I think that is Tim Burton's father died, I think, like, either right before they wrapped up, or, like, was it during filming, or, like, right before filming, or something like that?
Wait, was it his mom or dad that had died? Because they both had died before the movie released.
His dad.
One of them died like a month before filming started.
His dad died closer to the release date, and so I think that kind of helped Tim Burton. I think because that's the thing that's kind of decided is like this is a really great movie to have if like you have a you have a good relationship with your dad or like your dad passed away. It's like a great how there's a thing where like people go through bad breakups and they watch all those like really bad rom-coms.
Yep.
It's like that, but when your dad dies. You eat a tub of Rocky Road and you watch Big Fish.
Man, those don't seem on the same scale.
Seems
like there's a little bit of a jump there.
Just a tad.
About the size of a big fish, if I have to say. I got jokes.
No, yeah, let's hear the laughter from the studio audience. Oh, wait.
Hammy's laughing.
I think he's just choking.
Oh, I should probably help him then. He's fine. He's napping.
He wants it to happen.
But then he'll get less corn. He loves corn.
I think he'll find corn in hamster heaven. Do hamsters have souls?
I don't know. Check out next week for the next episode. Do hamsters have souls?
Yeah. According to Catholic Church, no.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Yeah, I think that this is there's a lot of stuff in his wheels, like the Southern Gothic fantasy vibes, the kind of like great combined with sort of like a really great what's the word? Sort of like saturine like kind of coloring it all. Like I really like the flashbacks. They're always really vibrant and well colored. And I will say this, another thing I like is the fact that Burton himself was really, really keen on no CGI. So like the field of daffodils they're in.
Yeah.
They literally took 1,000 daffodils and planted them all for that scene.
Yeah, he is insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot of daffodils. That was a fuck ton of daffodils.
Well, you think that's crazy, but then do you remember Interstellar?
Yeah.
Do you remember all the cornfields?
Did they plant the cornfields?
They planted all the cornfields. They turned a profit on the corn, too, when they sold it.
Oh, my gosh. At least they followed through and sold the corn.
Yeah, but Burton, he did that. And I think also, he said a really big boon was the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Because
there are a lot, especially when it comes to the giant sequences.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shots there that really remind you of the shots with Frodo and Gandalf.
Yeah. And
because you look at behind the scenes, there's a lot of camera tricks they had to use to make it seem like Gandalf was twice the height of Frodo, even though...
Oh, I've seen some of those.
Yeah, even though I think Ian McKellen was like a couple inches taller.
He's not that tall.
He's
tall, but he's not that tall.
He's decently tall. It's that Elijah Wood is he's about my height.
Yeah.
So he's not tall by any stretch. but he's still like it's like a couple 4 or 5 inch difference.
If
versus a 2 feet difference in the books.
Like Ian McKellen's like 6'2" maybe.
Yeah, well,
6'3" stretching though.
Well, so that's the thing. So they make it pure. So they use a lot of those same tricks. Like you kind of see where like so what they'll do is they'll have it. The camera will be like maybe like kind of sort of a shot where you see both of them across from each other.
Yeah.
But Ewan McGregor will be like actually like even though they look like they're right next to Ewan McGregor will be like 5 or 6 feet away.
Yeah. And
so that way he looks just kind of smaller from the camera's lens. And it's a lot of tricks like that they use. And just utilizing a lot of the great, natural splendor of Alabama in general. I mean, the Alabama River, Huntington College. They even used, what was it?
It took me a second to realize that was Huntington, because I almost went there, actually.
Yeah, they used a lot of this. And they filmed mostly around the Montgomery area, so...
Yep. It's like, the town of Spectre was like one of the most eastern counties in Montgomery.
Yeah, I want to say it's like something called Millbrook, Alabama.
It's like Millwood or Millbrook, one of the two. Because they never tore down Spectre, and you can still go see Spectre.
You can. That's
it's not like a manned attraction. It's just kind of in the woods or a field, but you can go see it.
Yeah, it's a really great target for urban exploration people. Oh, yeah. I think I have to mention kind of like how it goes because Alabama now is getting some more work with the film industry because The Devil All the Time was filmed in Alabama, so like the Bessemer area. But this was like this was like 2003, 2002 when it was filming. So I'm not sure how that kind of went with them filming everything in Alabama. I don't know if that was like super expensive or not because
I doubt it was super expensive.
Yeah, because because with the permits, it's not like you have to shut down traffic that much.
Nope. And then like for the part of like Montgomery that like Millbrook's in, I mean the land's probably really cheap to like either rent it or buy it to put Spectre on, and then there's like almost no traffic shut down.
Do you think they maybe actually bought the land? That's why Spectre's still up.
I think so. That or if they rented it, whoever owned it at the time just thought it was so cool they just kept it. Or just wasn't worth like the energy of tearing down.
That's private.
But
too, it's a lot.
I am gonna go see it at some point in time, just because I think it's a cool thing.
I think it is probably like the seat's too lazy, because honestly, I think we've all been there where we go to some place.
Yeah.
Or like you go like maybe like it's been a while since you went on vacation for a while.
Yeah.
Or you were out for the night, you come home, your place is just a fucking wreck. You left it like that. You're like, I'll clean it up later, and you never do.
You never do. And then days become weeks. I see you looking around my apartment.
Now this one's not that bad.
It's not as bad as it could be. It's been worse.
There are other rooms where it's kind of a bit worse, but.
Yeah, that one just kind of happens. My room's worse, but that's fine.
Yeah, but it's just stuff like that. So I would still say this is not Tim Burton's best movie, but this is one of his best. In my opinion, the best is probably for him is still probably Edward Scissorhands. I
mean, it's definitely one of the movies that I feel like Tim Burton, like if he had to pick like a top 10, it's going on his top 10.
Oh yeah,
definitely one of his career highlights.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably good too he made this because it came out right after Planet of the Apes, and I feel like if this movie was bad, that would have really fucking killed his career.
It would have been done.
Granted, that's the thing. Also, though is he kind of? It's really weird how he just kind of goes from, because he did Sleepy Hollow,
yes,
which was solid. Then he did Planet of the Apes, which was bad. Then he did this, which was good. Yes. Then he did Charlie Chocolate Factory, which was
mixed reviews.
Yeah, it was kind of mixed.
Yeah.
Then he did Sweet Todd, which was solid.
Yes.
Then he's done. What has he done? He's done other stuff. Oh, Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
Which was my mom really liked, but I was kind of mad on. And then I think he's also done. I know he did the Dumbo remake, which no one saw and no one cared about.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't hear anything about it, so I never looked into it further.
Yeah.
Because usually, like, once a movie comes out, I don't see all the movies, like, on release day. The last one I saw, like, close to release day was Uncut Gems. Because I think we saw it, like, the day after it came out.
Yeah.
I think that was the last movie I saw, like, close to release day.
Granted, there's a reason why no one saw it went to theaters the next year.
You're correct. But even before that, though, like, I wouldn't go, like, see, like, release day movies, because I like knowing if I'm going to like it before I go.
Because you're uncultured, I know.
Well, yes. But that goes without saying. I'm a Vikings fan.
Kirk Cousins is MVP, man.
We're not gonna mention that.
Okay. So I was just true for movies and music for a second here.
Okay.
Just talk sports for a second.
All right.
Okay.
This is your sports segment.
Your sports segment with Jeff You Betcha.
Yes.
No, but okay. So Deshaun goes to the Bears. Suicide rates raised in Minneapolis by what percentage?
I'm going at least 63%. At least. That's a starting point.
One for each career win he's going to have over the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, don't you dare say that. Don't you dare say that.
But it's just such a...
We just got rid of Matt Stafford. We don't need this.
Yeah. No, it'll be hilarious. Is very fitting, considering the Packers' luck, is that Rodgers retires after, I think, takes 2-3 years.
Yeah.
Jordan Love comes out. Just a baller. He's even better than Rodgers. He's like Mahomes 2.0.
What is are the Packers just like steadily stacking quarterbacks?
Yeah, it's like I mean, granted, I'll say that maybe that could be the thing. Like his arm maybe isn't as great as Rodgers in the vein of Favre had the better arm, but Rodgers has the accuracy and the ability to do things with that ball that Favre never could. Like
the rest of the NFC North's you got Favre's done. What are you gonna do now? Well, have you seen Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Rodgers done now. Now you're done. Well, have you seen Jordan Love?
Yeah.
And they just keep doing that for 8 quarterbacks. Before the only one that was supposed to be amazing is just trash.
Yep.
Because no one thought Rodgers was going to be the player he was when he first got there, because he was just benched behind Favre for 3 years.
Yeah.
And then he became arguably better than Favre. That's a big Green Bay argument that I'm not going to start. Mostly because I don't care enough about Green Bay to settle that argument.
Yeah, it's
very have the authority.
It's very fitting though, because that happened. Because if it's one thing Mormons are good at is making just a bunch of kids.
Yes.
And Jordan Love about to be the daddy of the NFC North. Book it. No, I'm kidding.
Where'd the Mormons come from?
Because he went to Utah State.
You're right. That's Mormons.
I don't think he's actually Mormon though. Zach Wilson.
I
think he's from Utah, so I think he probably...
He might be.
So, I guess we'll have the, probably the Phillip Rivers joke start up again with Zach Wilson in a couple of years.
Maybe.
Because I assume he'll have 15 children.
We can go see Phillip Rivers now. He's coaching in near Mobile.
He is. Oh my God.
What city is it near Mobile that he's coaching at?
Is it not Decatur that he's coaching in?
No, that's where he's from. He's from Decatur, but he's not coaching in Decatur.
Oh, I have no idea.
He's coaching, it's a town right next to Mobile, but I can't remember what it was. I had a class there.
Well, Bill Jr.? I'm not going to.
Essentially.
Yeah, but...
Basically.
Yeah, so... Yes, like that. But, so... Where were we before this whole sports segment started?
We were still discussing Tim Burton's weird pattern of doing a bad movie and then doing a good movie, then doing a bad movie, then doing a good movie.
I'll say this. So with this Disney live action things, they've gotten progressively worse. I think.
Seems like it. They started out really strong and it's just gone downhill.
In my mind, here's because Jungle Book is the best one.
I didn't see that one.
That one's actually.
I've heard that one's really good.
That one is good. And Cinderella 2015 was solid.
Okay.
They got Kenneth Branagh. Gilderoy Lockhart himself direct.
Yes.
Then they got fucking. Then they had after that the.
I heard Mulan was shitty.
Mulan was not that good. Lion King wasn't that good. Aladdin wasn't that good. Granted, I did not expect Aladdin to be actually better than the Lion King though.
I've heard Aladdin was funny, but it still wasn't as good. And I can't tell if that's people's nostalgia talking or if it was one of those things it had funny moments, but it just still wasn't that good.
I'd say part of the latter, but also probably because it's because the original had Robin Williams.
You're right.
It's not a nostalgia talking. I mean, I think even Will Smith himself would say that Robin Williams is more talented.
I'd hope so. I'd hope so, or else Will Smith has an ego issue.
Yeah, but I mean, it's tough because the thing is also Robin Williams, because the majority of that script, or at least the Genie's lines, are all Williams improvising. So, part of the original, was it Friend Like Me?
Yeah.
Where I think there's a scene where he has multiple heads or something like that, or he's multiple voices.
Yeah.
That was something he improv initially, and they animated over it, and then they went back and kind of put that in the song. So, it's that would never, basically because of that, it was never going to catch the original.
Will Smith could never.
But even then, Will Smith actually was fine.
Yeah.
I also...
I heard it wasn't even the worst part of the movie.
No.
By any means.
The worst part was probably the ending, I think, because they switched way too much stuff.
No.
A lot of people were complaining about the fact that they made Jafar hot. which fair, I guess. I mean, I guess I understand it. Like if he's hot and then he's the Sultan, like that makes like you understand less. It's like he's hot and he's the Sultan. Why would you not date him?
Yeah.
Versus him looking all creepy and sounding like John Waters. But I'm interested to see.
What's their new Disney Plus? What's their new live action coming out?
Little Mermaid.
That could be interesting.
I don't know who the cast is. There was some casting controversy because I think it was like
people got mad that she wasn't white.
Yeah,
was what I remember the controversy was.
Yeah, the only and I'll see. I don't know anybody else. The only other one I can is Jacob Tremblay is apparently gonna be played for Flounder, which is fun.
It's a fucking mermaid that talks to crabs. I don't think race is the. I don't understand people who get mad about that. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Like I have no understanding of like. You're mad about the race of a mermaid. How the fuck does that work?
Yeah, I'm interested though to see who plays Sebastian, because Jacob Tremblay's playing Flounder, and that's fine because he's good, but there's definitely a paycheck kind of film though.
I feel like they're gonna find a way to shoehorn Timothée Chalamet into this.
Maybe he plays Prince Eric.
He could, but I wouldn't like it. Because isn't he already gonna be Scissorhands in the new Edward Scissorhands?
I don't fucking know.
Because aren't they doing a new one?
They are.
And isn't Chalamet the guy now?
He's like in everything.
He is. He's like Finn Wolfhard.
Yeah, like
they look like starving village children.
Jesus, Russ. I mean, I guess as someone who has experienced being a starving village child, you would know. But I mean, still.
What are they gonna do out there? Here's their money. Be okay.
Yeah, they have their piles of cocaine and all their bitches.
Yes.
So.
Man, I can't fucking commit to putting the word Finn Wolfhard and his bitches in the same sentence.
Well, I was more so referring to Timothée Chalamet now because I think Finn Wolfhard is not 18 yet. Therefore, I'm not gonna make that joke.
Well, also he's just a derpy little kid. He's a derpy fucker.
I think he's actually now. I think he's like about 18 now. So
he is, but he's just a goofy kid. Is what I'm saying, like. Because he appeared a few times on like Game Grumps and like Super Mega, and just an awkward kid, but he's fun, he's nice. Seems like a cool guy.
All right. Yeah. So
Stranger Things was good.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, Russ. Yeah.
They needed to know. They needed to know about this hidden gem. Stranger Things.
The hidden gem of Stranger Things. And while you're there, feel free to also check out The Crown, another little known show. You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love it. You heard about Mean Girls?
Yeah. You know, actually, speaking of Netflix, did you see the trailer for the new Army of the Dead movie?
I did not.
So Zack Snyder's new film.
Ooh.
It's about a crew that's going to rob a Las Vegas casino, but the twist is that Las Vegas is currently undergoing a zombie apocalypse.
Do I trust Zack Snyder?
Here's the thing. I'm not.
Should I trust Zack Snyder?
Here's the thing. I'll be honest. I'm not really I think Zack Snyder could have been one of the great second unit directors, one of the great cinematographers of his day. But, because he was like a music video guy for a long time. But in my opinion, the only actually really good film he has done is the Dawn of the Dead remake. That was another zombie film. That was his best movie, in my opinion. It's his first movie, and it's also his best one. Like 300 was okay, but it's definitely held up. Yeah. Sucker Punch was meh.
Didn't see that.
Man of Steel was pretty okay. Then the third act kind of got like a bit ridiculous. Batman v Superman was whatever.
I heard that was just. I was never gonna see that. I heard it was just panned horribly. And then he was like, "Here's the director's cut. It should make more sense." And
that's coming out.
It didn't add like a few things that made a few other things make sense, and then make other shit more confusing.
No, the director's cut. His cut hasn't come out yet.
What?
His cut hasn't come out yet.
It hasn't?
No.
Fuck.
So what it is?
Was the extended? Was there an extended cut that got released that someone's?
Well, maybe, but he didn't work on that one. Oh. He hasn't worked. He did like, if I recall, he did like a quarter of the filming, if that, before he had to drop out.
Yeah.
And then he now he's come back to do the rest of the shooting.
Yes.
To like make apparently his vision.
Yes.
I was like, and apparently it's like 4.5 hours long. It's gonna be multiple parts.
Oh no.
I guess it's a 4-episode miniseries, I think, kind of.
Oh, okay.
I
hope he fixes some of the issues that I heard about.
I don't know if he can. Like, that's the thing is that I've seen Zack Snyder's work, and he's just kind of meh. Like it's kind of Like, I'm sorry, Snyder Bros, who really want this film to be good, but it's not gonna fucking be good.
You know who else? Another Zach director that I think wasted a ton of potential.
Yeah.
Take a wild guess. Another Zach director.
Braff?
Yeah. I'm still upset with him.
No, when he did Garden State, that's about it.
He did another one. And they were both bad. But...
Then why do you think he had potential? It's like saying, oh man, I'm really depressed. I thought U-Bowl was going to really kill it in Hollywood. Like, no, if he sucks from the beginning, it's not disappointing. It's just kind of like, oh, okay.
I don't know. It was like a good show for a long time. I feel like you'll learn something.
You would think that, but, I mean, trying to think here. I mean, the thing about television directing, though, is the creators really kind of handle everything. The director kind of just like, they either don't spin to things, but most of everything falls to the showrunner. I'm trying to think here. Like, who is someone who's done a lot of TV? Did he even direct? Well, actually, that's also the thing is because, I mean, Nathan Kress directed episodes by Carly. That's not doesn't mean he's actually gonna.
That's a fair point.
Have you ever watched iCarly at all?
Yeah, I was a child once.
No, have you rewatched it?
I rewatched it?
On Netflix.
No, I haven't. Why? Does it not hold up?
No, I mean, some parts do, some parts don't. I will say, though, it does make it much more like, because, like, I remember as a kid, not really questioning it, and then kind of like, you hear all the stuff about Dan Schneider, like, wow, I never noticed. And then you go back and rewatch, you're like, how the hell did I not notice?
Cause is that blatant?
There's some episodes that are pretty weird. Like, there's a lot of feet stuff. Like, this isn't iCarly, but if Victorious, I was my sister was watching an episode, rewatching it.
Yeah.
Or maybe watched it first time, I'm not sure. But she was watching something, and like there's an episode where they had to get they do like a feet procedure, like all of them do like a feet thing with fish that shoot dead skin.
Oh no.
And it's very like Tarantino-esque.
Oh no.
But
they should be friends. Tarantino and Phil Snyder.
Dan Snyder. Oh, it also meant to be Schneider or whatever.
They should be friends. They get along.
Yeah, look. Dan Schneider is just a weird dude.
He's a strange man, but so is Tarantino, so they can be friends.
Yeah, I
think they both need a friend, honestly.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I don't know if he ever actually officially, because no criminal charge has been brought up against him. I think he just got kind of released. My understanding, I could be wrong, but my understanding is just the fact that it was just kind of like he was really creepy. He didn't do anything to anybody, but he was really creepy. And there's probably some things insinuated here and there.
Yeah.
But nothing ever happened, thankfully.
Thankfully.
So point being, all your childhood memories are dipped in pedophilia and fetishes and just general awfulness, and you should never love anything because they will all eventually destroy you, and you should know that your dreams are worthless and that reality will crush you under the might of its big fucking steel toe boot.
He's not wrong. That was the speech given to me the first day of first grade.
My first grade teacher was really intense.
She was very intense. It was terrifying. But we're going to go full circle to dream crushing. Back to our home state, Alabama.
Yeah. We're so good at those.
We brought it home.
We're so good at the segues.
We are amazing at segues. I actually got a license for segues. I'm bringing the helmet back. I got a license for this. I'm also good at callbacks.
You would think that, but in my experience, you never get a callback. So I mean,
I'm just glad you're on the ball right now. That was solid. That was impressive.
I appreciate it.
Put a tiny clap for that.
A golf clap.
But was this your first time listening to a Yelawolf album?
Yes. Was this your first Tim Burton movie?
No.
What was your first one?
My first one was Nightmare Before Christmas, and then I went back.
That wasn't a Tim Burton movie.
Well, he produced it. Sweeney Todd then was probably the first directed one I saw.
Okay.
Then I went back and saw the Batman.
Gotcha.
Never saw Alice in Wonderland.
You mean just Batman?
Yes.
The Batman is going to be the one coming out.
You're right. Year. With our boy Robert Pattinson.
See, I don't count that. That's like saying like that your favorite Spielberg film is Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
Shut up. It's not okay. No, it's not the same things.
You're saying it's the same thing though.
But I mean, for your first time hearing Yelawolf, for being from Gadsden, does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems pretty on brand.
Also, that sounds so condescending.
To Gadsden, yes, I will bully Gadsden till the day I die.
Where are you from again, Russ?
East Russia.
Yeah, see, it's a thing you have to think about to pronounce, so I want to talk a lot of shit.
You can't spell it.
Russians can't spell it, Russ. Considering they have, like, their weird 4 eyes from all the Chernobyl radiation.
Yeah.
Half of them are blind, half of them only, like, have teeth where their eyes are.
They got blue... They got... Well,
You're like I mean, in Russia you'd be quite a catch actually from the looks perspective because you actually only have the 2 eyes and the 1 nose and everything.
Yes, and I have most of my teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And most of your organs.
You're right.
Which make you actually a very hot commodity in Russia too.
Oh no. Oh no. That's not good.
Yeah.
But
just give them the bad one.
But for one of the upcoming episodes, because we are about to start putting more stuff out, especially in this next 2 months. Throughout March and April. I would give you a warning saying, like, this is speculative, but we're going to make this one happen. Mostly because we have guests lined up for this. We have the Culture Marauders coming on. They'll be on the show in March. That should come out late March. We got a new podcast coming out, the Drew and Choody Show. They're going to be appearing with us the first week of April. We have one of our bosses appearing early April too.
He's just hungry for celebrity.
He is. He's chasing that clout wherever he can get it.
Let's hope this time he hasn't been staying up for 50 hours on coffee and whatever.
Let's hope not. But honestly, it could be entertaining. So maybe
let's mentally torture our boss for our own.
Let's give our boss drugs.
You said not me.
You did. I mean, I did. Will I get fired or will you laugh? That's the question.
Well, if you get fired, I'll laugh.
So if someone laughs, though.
Yeah.
That's the key point to this. Someone laughs. That's what I need. And he's going to come on and discuss... actually, one of our coworkers is in a band called Era, and their 5th album is dropping late March. Our boss is going to come on and discuss that. And we're also going to do a... back to Yelawolf. Yelawolf has a whiskey brand called Creekwater. It's distilled in Asheville, North Carolina, I believe. But the closest city it's sold in Alabama
is Gadsden.
Where he's from. It's like the closest areas I could buy this stuff was like Gadsden, Nashville, Knoxville, Atlanta, and like Pensacola. Those are like the closest cities I could find to like buy the stuff. Because it's mostly like local liquor stores that sell it. Like you can't really buy it like a big place. But so by the time our boss comes on, I will be going up to Gadsden and getting a bottle for us all to try. And we're going to try it on the show.
All right.
And we're going to see if it's any good.
Okay.
If my theory is correct, it's going to probably taste like shit, but...
Well, you're really hurting Yelawolf's feelings there, Russ. Let him cry into his piles of money in peace, goddammit.
Let him cry into his net worth of like $4.5 million. Whoa. How bad I feel. He knows I love him. I bought his CDs. I gave him my money. I'm literally buying his whiskey for this.
Yeah. If it's it's very fitting because there's one that we're talking about that in an episode featuring Big Fish because if there's one lesson all fathers learn, it's that money, right, is a great substitute for actual love.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's
the mindset.
Yeah. We're describing the movie or the U.S.
Both. But even that's actually outside the U.S. I mean, I think
most places... It's the world.
I would say, because I remember, isn't even like there's a episode where Stewie, Family Guy, you can tell out of my education work there, where Stewie goes to, like, he becomes like the son of like a British, like, Downton Abbey, British Duke or whatever.
Yep.
And like it's like, oh yeah, like so I've now held you as a baby. I will shake your hand once when you were 18, and that's the only contact we'll ever have. Here's a pony, and then he just fucking waltzed off.
That's kind of a dope-ass pony, though.
Might have been. Well, yeah. We'll see. I mean, it's I don't know anything about horses, so. But Secretariat, nah, he's American.
All I know is one of our coworkers texted me a picture the other day. Apparently driving around that bougie-ass neighborhood. Fucking someone just casually had, like, 2 ponies just hanging out in their driveway. They were, like, their ponies, too. And, like, what?
It's not even really... Because the thing is, like, there's, like... I saw, like, near near like a local middle school.
Yes.
Like a couple houses there's like a little ranch with like a couple like cows and horses and shit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in this state, it's not even that bad.
But, you could tell, they weren't, workhorses or, horses you have, on a farm. They were, just, pony ponies. The prissy ones. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Well,
the parody in the state can be really weird.
It is.
It's really weird, and it's really sudden. There's never a warning. It just kind of happens one day.
Yeah, if you ever go to Montgomery, it's kind of because there's all these mansions, and you go a couple streets over, it's there's a dumpster fire. It's okay, well, this is where we are.
Well, I mean, if we go back to my half of the neighborhood, there's a top of the hill. It's there's my house, and then you go literally 200 feet, and there's a giant row of McMansions at the top of the hill. They're just kind of chilling there. And just to look at it next to each other, it's the weirdest looking thing.
Is that your childhood home?
Yes.
Okay. Because I
think you know the section I'm talking about.
I do.
You live in a different half of the neighborhood. It's not technically the same neighborhood.
I live in the area with the McMansions. Don't kidding.
You live in the nicer part of the neighborhood, but neither of us live in McMansions.
No. Yeah, it's just it's a weird state overall. But it's also kind of created some weird entertainment like we've seen here.
And there will be a few more. There'll be a few more times we'll cover Alabama artist. We got a request to cover one of our old bartenders bands from our artist, and I mean she does our art. It's Megan Crawford. Go check her out on Instagram. Great art. Her stepdad has a band called Cattle that at some point in time we are going to discuss and look into.
Yeah, I will say that Megan did not do the awful Taylor Swift.
She's not. I will take credit for that one. And then before that, because she has been out of commission for a second, she will be back in an episode or two, I've heard. I talked to her last night.
But knowing us, considering our schedules, only probably be one episode because we release one of these every 30 years.
That is gonna get a little better though.
We're like Pennywise.
I mean, I look like him, so it adds up. I got the giant ass forehead for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need a little bit of drool.
I'm not gonna do it.
No.
It's not a funny bit unless there's a camera in front of me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm just doing it for you, and I don't like that.
Not do it for me. Fucking dance, monkey.
No.
Dance.
No, we're in my house.
Yeah, so ultimately, we got a lot of things lined up. We have a lot of guests, a surprise. So even if you hate us, maybe we'll have someone that you like, so please stick around.
Maybe you'll like our guests.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll like anyone who's not us, so stick around for that.
And it's very easy to like people who are not us. We're very not like them.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you met us?
They haven't.
They haven't, but they've heard us.
Yeah.
I don't think they want to meet us.
No, I wouldn't.
Actually, you know what? Guys, if we make a Patreon, you can pay us to not meet us. That's our hook. That's our hook.
$1 to never see us again.
We'll pay you. We'll give you all $1 to unsubscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's basically, I think that's the episode.
Yeah.
So.
You got any last words for the listeners, sir?
Well, I guess I'll just say, if you're gonna fuck your cousin, make sure it's your worst, because you're not first, you're worst. Coach Saban, 2016. Roll Tide.
And I guess all I can really respond to that is Roll Tide, Paul.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, Paul.
Roll Tide. Bye.
Bye.